So I'm Brad UREN. I'm an emergency physician here at the University of Michigan, and I'll be working during art fair in the emergency department to make sure that anyone that gets into trouble here is safe.
And I am Brad's brother Steve UREN. I'm a wood artist here at the Ann Arbor Art Fair, and I'll be talking about how I stay cool and safe in this heat.
So your biggest enemy here is going to be dehydration and heat-related illness, and that's just what it sounds like. Basically, when the temperature and the humidity are high, people are at risk for having muscle cramps, feeling hot, tired, weak, what's known as heat exhaustion, and even heat stroke, which is where people actually exhibit signs of what we call mental status changes. They become confused. That's a very serious sign and something that requires treatment in emergency.
I have a cooler with me full of ice and plenty of water, sometimes some sports drinks to get some sodium in there. Fresh fruit on ice is a great way to stay hydrated and also get some nutrients in there. And a battery-operated fan is pretty key too.
Well, heat stroke is really manifest by that confusion, passing out, maybe even seizures. There is a bit of common knowledge out there that when you see a patient that's very hot that isn't sweating any longer, that can be a sign. And I would point out that if you wait that long, you've waited too long. Don't wait for someone to stop sweating. If they start to look very weak and confused, that's an emergency. The first thing is prevention. So taking frequent breaks. When it's hot like this, take advantage of some of the air-conditioned buildings, the shops, the restaurants that are around here. Take some breaks. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water. Stay hydrated. Water is your best friend in a case like this. But if you do start to get very weak, there are emergency stations here. Local Huron Valley Ambulance is here to take care of people at the fair, but you can also come to the emergency department if you have any concerns. And the other thing to keep in mind is that we are looking at a risk of some thunderstorms through the weekend here. And so if you start to hear thunder, that's a pretty good indication that lightning is near enough to strike you. You may want to find a sturdy shelter so that we don't have any patrons struck by lightning coming in.
Remember, we work really hard to be here, and we want to make sure that you enjoy your time here too and stay safe.